Welcome to Rip Roaring Garage. And it's been a hell of a week for me. One of the cars just died. Amazon just destroyed my front lawn. Bus broke in half. Just broke up with my girlfriend. And I think I'm going mad. I'm standing next to a 1972 Continental Sedan. So this is the four-door. Now, if you subscribe to the channel, most likely you've seen the 1973 with that silly review I did, as well as its revival. Most of my cars have been sitting for at least a couple of years because of the bus and a couple of nasty medical things. The VA really wants me to just sit, do nothing, just to live. But I don't consider that living. I have to get these inspected, and I haven't done so in a couple of years. So let's unveil my 1972 Continental. Headlight covers are still down, which is a very good sign on the repairs I've done over the years. Alright, tires are a little bit low, but overall, she's dusty. Those do not belong to her. So you got a little bit of rust there, and the paint in the back is starting to kind of crumble. Oh wow. But the chrome is in very good condition. But probably the best thing about this car is the interior, which, as you can see, is pretty nice. You got minimal creasing. Pretty good vinyl top, although it's very dirty. Now the reality is that I'm not going to be able to buff her because this car's all original. Paint, vinyl top, interior, and while the tires are not original, they're Kelly's. They're older than probably most of you guys. And for whatever reason, they look fantastic. I mean, honestly, I don't see any kind of dry rot. They got good tread on them, even though the car has over 108,000 miles. And I bought her around 50 or 60. I'm impressed. These tires, they handled. The white on the white wall is still looking very sharp, very crisp. They hold air after the car sat for about 2 years. Now the reality is that I don't know how much of a revival this car is going to be, but that's only because I've maintained this car meticulously and I've done it right. So when I do something, I got to do it right. Now, it doesn't mean I won't pull a trick here and there temporarily, but that's documentation comes in hand. Now, to be honest, I don't really remember how long I've had this car for, but it's, I think it was 2010 or 11. I'm gonna put up the date. Now, those of you that subscribe to get the notifications, which you gotta push that, otherwise, I don't know, you miss it. You'll see my system with the write-ups and whatnot, something like this, right? Shows the mileage, shows various open write-ups, and when I do something like state inspection, that was a while ago. I also have something like this for every little ding, every little, okay, that's excessive, I admit it. And now let's look at some of the goodies. Fords will, and pretty much every car, they used to have these build sheets. This is an actual original one from the car. They usually are underneath the upper dash pad or stuffed in the padding of the rear bench. And that's where it gives you all the options, all the little cool goodies the car came with originally. This is an actual window sticker, brand new, $82.71. That was a lot of money, sold in Grand Rapids. A lot of us, we like reaching out to the first owners or the previous owner. Now, I wasn't able to talk to the actual owner, but I talked to his wife. And man, she was ecstatic when she found that this car would be loved and adored, because I do love this car. When I was a kid, you asked me, what's your dream car? I didn't say Lamborghinis or Ferraris. I said 1972 Continental, because I grew up with one, the same exact color, metallic brown, with the tobacco interior and the brown vinyl top. There are not that many of them. Brown wasn't exactly a hot color. This is the order sheet from the dealership, the Eminger Report, right? You can get all of these things from Marti Auto Works. He will do all the write-ups, like when the car was built, December 9th. So she's gonna be 50 years old. It had the convenience group, has speed control, which both of my Continentals have the cruise control, tilt column, both of them, power seats, and this very rare reclining seat. I'm gonna show that, forgot to do it on the 73. I'll show it to you here. 4 days ahead of schedule she was built. She was eager to get on the road. She was a Michigan car most of her life, which is surprising considering how little rust she's got. But the coolest thing, because Lincolns are not exactly like muscle cars, right? But there you go. Can you see that? One of one. And what pushes her over the edge was the fact that she doesn't have a defroster, doesn't have like a lot of winter things. It's funny because the original owner, he was saying that he didn't believe any of that voodoo. These are the original bags that Fords came with for the paperwork. This envelope can also be used as a litter bag, but this one was kept fairly good. I'm gonna try to keep this brief. I know a lot of you guys don't really like this kind of stuff, especially you overseas guys don't appreciate like car's history. It's just fine, I just do. This is the owner's identity card plate thingy. His name was Steed, FC Steed. You should have gotten a Mustang. With that name, I would have bought a Mustang. Come on, if your last name is Steed. I also have the owner card, which has a stamp VIN on it, and the rear end code, body code, and all that. And the car was sold to Pfeiffer Lincoln Mercury, 2424 28th Street in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Bought in April 19th, 1972, even though the car was built in 71. It's a very early model year, and that's what makes this car very unique as well. Owner's manual. And in the owner's manual, you have pretty much how to operate the radio and you know, the door buttons and all that. It's in, you know, pristine condition. Check that out, the bumper jack. You also have an invitation to new dimensions in sound. This is the Quadraphonic radio manual. AM, FM. This was fancy back then. How to use that. Now what's really cool about this manual, it has a part number, D2VA-19A016-AA. That's cool, it has its own part number. And this are the original tire receipts for the Michelins, because Continentals had Continentals had Michelins from the factory. For safety and good performance, take care of your tires. Follow instructions contained in this owner's manual. Correct tire pressure is very important. Your car, 1972 Continental, which again, this shows a lot of people, oh, I've had arguments. Oh, is it a Lincoln or is it a Continental? Now, officially, they're Lincolns. There were only the years up here, because I can't remember off the top of my head, where Continental was its own brand, and that was a Mark II, a gorgeous car. On this car, it only says Lincoln on it physically in one place. Everywhere else, it says Continental, Continental, Continental. They wanted to keep that exclusivity, and if you think about it, in 72, this was still peak American luxury cars, when the 72 Mercedes was, and Rolls-Royce was, okay, they're cool cars, especially nowadays, but when you ride in this and you feel all the, you know, got all the options, this was top of the line. And you can't beat it. I'm sorry. I'm partial, I know, but here are the original tires, each one with a receipt. And it's not that relevant for these, but I have the original spare. So that's cool. Lorelei, that's what I named her. There's a weird story behind that. At first it was Linda, because everybody calls her Continentals Linda, Connie, or something like that. She just wasn't starting. Now eventually I started to dig in, and here's some of the photos of things I've done. Basically, she was running on, I think, 3 pistons when I first bought her. It was at a retailer, an eBay retailer. So obviously, if you're like, don't know how to use eBay and whatnot, you go to these guys, which this is the actual printout from the eBay store. They would put these in frames on the window, and I said, I want that, because it was just cool. $28.90 was the winning bid. I sniped her at the last minute, and I'm telling you, I was nervous. Because there's only 2, dark metallic brown with the brown vinyl tap and the Paco interior left. They tasked this retailer. They normally sold like knickknacks and whatever kind of stuff. And they didn't know what they were doing, so they just cranked the car after she sat for a couple of years and bent pretty much every push rod in the car. So that's why I had to rebuild the top end. Where are you, Hood? Oh, you're open. Duh. There we go. Now she does not have the insulation. Did not have it from the factory. Now you can see she is very original. I haven't really restored her because I didn't want to restore her. I want to show that if you do a job right, the car is going to start. Now, I'm betting a lot on that. So before we start the car, I have this do not start engine cold checks first. If you email me, I do have a channel email. I can't provide these. They should work for pretty much, obviously they're gonna work for Continentals, pre-smog cars, but also pretty much for most Fords, especially the big blocks. So let my OCD work for you. So we're gonna check oil first. Oh, the oil is dark. Well, not really. Actually, no, oil is pretty good. Now, if I remember, I put synthetic, which I will check in my records. Okay, let's check our coolant level. Okay, we are very low on coolant. Okay, let's check our breakage. Really? Well, let's just do this. Brakes are very good. Clean fluid, front and back. Okay. Back to power steering. Why are you green? Why are you freaking green? You should be the same like the transmission, Type F. Windshield washer fluid is in here. Oh, you can see there. Okay, we got some. Not that it really matters. And air conditioning, we'll have to check that when the car is running. I don't know why I have it when the car is off. Right there. And I do have it adapted to our R134. Let's see what's in the trunk. I don't even remember. Now, this is what I was talking about on the 73. It's supposed to stay up, so you can put the key in one-handed, and then you put it back. Oh my God. What is all this stuff? Jesus. Those are the transcribed forms. Okay, 2009. That's the day 2009 0617. In Ada, Michigan is when I did the inspection, the acceptance inspection, and 97,000 miles, 819, so I was a little bit off with the mileage. I think these are like for the car shows when I put these out. Okay. Yeah. That's at the Wings and Wheels car show in Teterboro by the airport. What is this? What the heck? All right. Oh, these are, that's what these are. Okay, so you put these on the side of the road if you break down. And that just holds them straight. Okay. Obviously before DOT approved standards and whatnot. All right, let's put that there. Got a bunch of chairs. Jesus, you know what? Let's take them out. Another one. Jesus. Oh, a bunch of oil filters. Oh, these are Frams. Frams are crap. I got a big fire extinguisher. October 2011. Not sure if it's still good, but pressure's still good on it. We have an original floor mat. Lincoln sign. And what is this? Oh, coolant. Okay. So we have the mounting for the spare. I don't want to take that off right now. That's the original though. The original Michelin. You get the idea. Underneath here is where the jack is. It even has the spring. Has a retainer spring to keep it in place. And this car is clean, as you can see. Now, this is what I'm talking about, how smooth these trunks close. Tell me that's not hot. All right, so I'm inside. I mean, it's metallic. I don't know if you can see, but the leather is actually metallic. What's in the glove box? We have a, for some reason we have a little Stanley stubby. That's it. I think they did smoke in the car, but you would never smell it. And there's a caution tag here. Do not, what does it say? Do not operate page 4, block 3. No speakers. Do not turn radio on. Will short. Okay, I don't know what that's all about, but one of these days I'll have to take these doors off again. See? Continental. No mention of a Lincoln. It's clean trunk. Clean glove box. Make an impression, just not on the car. Please don't touch. Do not ever go with this insurance company. They're horrible. I will, maybe one day I'll tell you the horror story of what they did. Car number 394. When they judge the cars. Car number 21. Actually, that was for blackjack, which was funny because 21, you know. Anyway, we'll just leave this stuff here. Okay, that's where the other original cover, the mat is. All right, let's put the battery on. Okay, let's do this. One take. All right, gotta put the battery on. All right. Now, I am not sure how charged your battery is. And since these cars are long, they got a lot of fuel line to grab to suck through. So, I'm gonna put a little bit of ether. No. 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 Starting fluid. There we go. That should be more than enough. Let's do this. Lights out. All right, so let's try it again. We still got to pump out all the fuel before the battery drains, which means I'm going to try to put some more ether just to get it spinning a little more. Okay, and still got the buzzer. Come on. It should try to start. All right, let's try this again with the charger. All right. Okay. It's still on choke. I'm gonna let her warm up for a little bit, and probably should do that with the garage door open. There we go. Now you can see why I got the That's hot. I can see a little bit of smoke. Phew, I'm back in the car. I just wanted to point this out. Despite all the smoke outside, the cabin is still sealed after 50 years. And we're missing a horn, so that's another thing on the list. That's a nice sound, even though it's single exhaust. Nice. I wanted this to be like a really quick success because we still have, you cannot see in the darkness, but there's 3 cars here that need a lot of work and a bus. But now I can at least move this car out tomorrow into the sun, and then this, and you can see there's no bezel, no bulb, no bezel for the license plate light. That did burn out, but I got a new one, and I got a nice crimper. So keep your head on a swivel, and remember, motor oil is thicker than blood. Let there be light. All right, so it's been a couple of days, and unfortunately, all right, so come on, girl, come on. Any day now, and now, yeah, be careful. No, it happened again. I don't know if I want to stop it here or not, because that's a short video. The wig was when I had long hair, and the other ones are just because I had a crazy idea that I like to talk. And instead of boring you, I'm going to bore them. I'm going to turn her off. I do that with women a lot. We'll see if we need to add any bit, and I'm getting high off of the exhaust, like, whoa. What? I am the shadow.